Hey y'all, this is Casey from Daisy Dollar Budgets and welcome back to another video. I hope y'all are all doing fantastic today. If you're seeing this video, that means that we have officially hit 800 subscribers. Yay! That is just so exciting, and I am just so excited and so grateful for each and every one of y'all for all of your support, because honestly, without y'all, this would not be possible. So thank y'all all so much. To celebrate, I wanted to create a freebie for y'all to enjoy and figured I would also show y'all how I create these challenges. So to start, I went to tools and grabbed a square with a rounded corner, and I sized it to about 6.2 by 3.1. I duplicated the rectangle and rotated it. So now that I have two boxes, and then I just start adding the details. So the first image here is so cute, y'all. So it is a cell taking a selfie with a microscope. I just love it so much, and I think it's so adorable. If y'all don't know, I did go to school for biology and I graduated in 2023. So my all-time favorite class was microbiology, mainly because we were using microscopes to look at all of the teeny tiny creatures that are all around us in our environment. It was honestly the funnest class, and I loved every single second of it. But here, back to the challenge, I sized the image to how I wanted it, and now I'm just fixing the color of the background. I kind of want it to match. I also duplicated one of the squares and layered it on top so that it kind of prevented or covered up the harsh lines from the photo. Here is the second photo, and I love it so much. This one says, "I'm just here to divide and conquer." And if y'all can tell on there, there is actually mitosis going on in the image right now. Super cute. Like I said, I love biology. Like, talk to me about biology any day and I will just talk for hours. It is so amazing just how everything works. But here I am, I'm just kind of sizing the image, and now I'm going to change the background. This one pretty much matched right off the bat, so I don't have to change it at all, which is amazing. And I'm just doing the same thing. I'm duplicating the rectangle and layering it on top. And yeah, there you have it. We have two bases for our savings challenge now. Once I have my bases ready, I always like to work on my icons next. So icons can be really anything that you choose. It can be boxes, it can be bows, flowers, seashells, you name it, it could be an icon. So in this specific savings challenge, I did decide to go with circles. And these icons are what we will be crossing off as we save money. Normally, they will represent any amount of your choice. They can be worth $1, $2, $5, or even 25 cents. This versatility is what I really love about these savings challenges, because you can really make it work for your budget. So now here I am adjusting the colors to kind of match the vibe that I am going for with these challenges. I really liked the original green color. I just kind of felt like it was a little too dark for the color scheme that I'm going for. So I changed it to pink, and I really loved it because I really love pink. But I also thought that was just a little too monochromatic. So then I decided to bring in some of the accent colors from the image. So now we have the purple, the green, and this really pretty blue color. And I really like how all of these colors work together. I just kind of felt like they were in the wrong order. So here I am now, just kind of switching around the blue, the purple, and the green, and making sure that they are all spaced out evenly. And once I took a step back from this, I honestly just really love how this turned out. So yeah, even though this would have been a perfect stopping point, I wanted to go one step further and put numbers on these icons. Here I am just adding a text box with the number 1 in it, and I'm going to go ahead and move that over to the first pink circle here. I'm going to size it up. I'm not sure how big I made it, but I do know that I went through a lot of fonts when it came to figuring out what I wanted to do with this challenge. So I am actually going to really quickly speed y'all up. When I say I went through a lot of fonts, I promise y'all I went through so many, but luckily I was able to find this font that I really like. Here I am just kind of placing it exactly where I want it, just trying to see the big picture. And then I went ahead and played around with the previous font. I messed with the transparency and the different colors, but I decided that I really liked the font that I did find. So here I am just changing all of it to the font that I want. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to speed y'all up through this part of the video. Now that that is complete, I really love how that challenge ended up, but now it is time to work on the second challenge in this freebie. So here I am just sizing down a square. I don't know why, but I always have such a hard time sizing the squares because both sides want to move at the same time. I don't know, it just kind of makes it a little more difficult. So here I am, just struggling. And then I decided let's go ahead and put a border around the square. And honestly, I played around with a lot of different colors when it came to the square. I didn't want anything that clashed with the pink, but I also didn't want anything that was too light or too dark. I really just wanted it to stand out without being too much. So if you see me like zoom out and zoom back in, that's really just me seeing how everything looks together. So here I am trying to do a white square on the inside, and at first I really liked it, but then I went back and I was like, maybe if I could just do more of an off-white color. And honestly, I really love how that looks. So here I am just selecting them all together and placing this row where I would like it, and then I'm duplicating it 4 times so that I have a total of 5 rows. And this does look very crowded, and I do go back and fix this, so just stay tuned for that. But I am selecting all of them now, grouping them together, and kind of putting them in the middle of this little area at the bottom. I'm zooming out just to see how everything looks. This is whenever I realize that maybe there's too many, but I'm trying my hardest to make it work. Now, here I am just grouping each row together, kind of like what I did with the circles in the first challenge. I have row number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm thinking that I want to do kind of the same color scheme as well, and we will see that here in just a minute. So the second row, I am going to make it green, and then the blue and purple, and I do leave this last row pink, but I'm still kind of not convinced that I want to keep this row at all, but I try to make it work. So the next thing that I do is put my logo. If y'all create savings challenges, I highly recommend and stress that y'all put your logo on y'all's creations, just so that we can all give credit where it is due. So for my logo, I'm just doing something very simple. I write my name, Daisy Dollar Budgets, and I size it down to 8 points, and I change the font to Dream Outland Sands. And I just kind of place that in the spot that looks the best on these challenges. For these, it was in the middle of the icons, so that worked out perfectly. Now here I am just doing the last few finishing touches. I'm kind of playing with the border a little bit, and then I took a step back and I just could not do the 5 rows anymore. So I deleted that 5th row, and now I'm kind of just spacing these rows out, just trying to make it look all cohesive. I wanted to do 2 different colors for the border, but that just did not work out for this. So I do eventually change the color of this border to match. So both borders do end up being pink, but honestly, I'm not mad about it because pink is definitely my favorite color. Here I am just changing both of them, and I just absolutely love how these turned out, and I really hope that y'all like them as well. Again, I am so beyond grateful for each and every one of y'all. Without y'all, this would not be possible. So thank y'all all so much for supporting me on my journey and getting us to this point. If y'all are interested in this challenge, it is available on my Ko-Fi shop for free, so definitely head over there and grab the savings challenge. Other than that, y'all, I hope y'all all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see y'all all in the next video. Bye, y'all.